What if I told you that one of the most important things your body needs after 60 is something almost no doctor talks about? Something so simple, so natural, and so human that many women ignore it for decades without realizing the damage it quietly creates. And here is the surprising part. It has nothing to do with vitamins, hormones, creams, or medications. It is a very specific kind of gentle touch your nervous system depends on to stay calm, steady, and healthy as you age. Every week, I meet women from all across the United States who tell me the same story. They wake up feeling stiff even after a full night of sleep. Their shoulders feel tight for no clear reason. Their breathing feels shallow at random moments. They lie in bed at night thinking about everything they need to do, yet feel emotionally drained without understanding why. They blame age. They blame their hormones. They blame stress. But deep inside, something else is happening. After 60, your body goes through a quiet shift that most women are never warned about. The kind of daily comforting touch you received naturally earlier in life becomes rare. Not romantic affection. Not intimacy with a partner. I'm talking about the kind of simple, grounding, nurturing contact that signals safety to your brain. A hand on your chest, a warm touch on your neck, a gentle hold on your arms. These small moments used to be part of your everyday life without you noticing. But as the years pass, they fade away, and your nervous system feels that loss deeply. Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you placed your hand on your own chest and let yourself breathe slowly? When was the last time you gently rubbed your arms or rested your palm on your stomach before bed? Not because something hurt, but because your body needed comfort. For many women, the answer is the same. I don't remember, or I never do that. And that quiet admission reveals more than you think. Your body is not only aging, it is craving something it hasn't received in years. A kind of soothing touch that helps regulate your heart rate, calm your stress hormones, warm your skin, steady your mood, and reconnect you with your own sense of presence. Here is the science behind it. After menopause, estrogen declines steadily, and estrogen does far more than influence hot flashes or dryness. It plays a major role in how your nervous system resets after stress. It affects how quickly your muscles release tension, how warm your circulation feels, and how easily your brain returns to a state of calm. When estrogen decreases, your body becomes more dependent on physical reassurance to stay balanced. Younger women receive that reassurance without effort. They hug their children. Their partner touches their arm in passing. Friends sit close on the couch. There is warmth everywhere. But after 60, life becomes quieter. Children move out. Loved ones age. Many women live alone or spend long portions of their day without physical contact. And for the first time in their lives, their nervous system is left without the one input it desperately needs to stay regulated. Your body notices long before you do. It shows up as rigidity in the morning, a heaviness in the chest, a lingering sense of alertness even when nothing is wrong, trouble falling asleep, waking at 2 or 3 in the morning for no clear reason, feeling older than you really are, not because you are declining, but because your body is missing the simple touch that keeps it grounded. I'm Dr. Lisa Perriera, a board-certified gynecologist with more than 30 years of experience helping women navigate life after menopause. And one thing I've learned is this. The healthiest women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s are not the ones who chase every supplement or follow strict routines. They are the ones who learn how to give their bodies the gentle touch they no longer receive naturally as life gets quieter. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what kind of touch your body is craving, why it works so quickly, and how thousands of women have transformed their sleep, their mood, and their sense of calm with just a few minutes a day. It is simple. It is safe. And once you understand it, you will never think about your own body the same way again. Across the United States, I hear the same sentences from women in their 60s, 70s, and even early 80s. I feel tense for no reason. My shoulders won't relax. I wake up tired even after a long sleep. My mood changes so quickly now. I feel like something in my body is always on alert. These women are not imagining it. They are not weak, and they are not simply getting older. What they are experiencing is something most doctors never discuss in detail: a gradual loss of calming input to the nervous system. You see, after menopause, your body's internal regulators shift dramatically. Estrogen, the hormone that helps your brain settle your muscles, release tension, and your circulation stay warm, begins to decline. But that is only the beginning. What many women don't realize is that their nervous system becomes more sensitive at the exact same time their life becomes quieter. When you were younger, your days were full of natural physical reassurance. You hugged your children. You sat close to friends. You shared a bed with someone who drifted against your shoulder at night. You squeezed a hand when laughing. You brushed arms in the kitchen. You held someone when they cried. You tucked a child under your chin. Even small things like sitting hip to hip during a movie sent signals to your brain that said you are safe, you are supported, you are not alone. But after 60, life changes. Those natural touches fade away, not because you did anything wrong, but because your routines shift. Children grow up. Partners become ill or pass away. Daily life becomes independent and quiet. You spend more time thinking, planning, managing, and carrying responsibilities without the physical reassurance that once came naturally. Your brain notices. Your body notices. And slowly tension begins to accumulate. It starts in the shoulders. A little stiffness at first, then a tight band that never fully releases. It moves to your jaw, your neck, your chest. Your breath becomes shallow. You feel a strange mix of fatigue and alertness. You go to bed tired, but wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning wide awake, as if your body forgot how to unwind. Most women blame hormones. Others think it is stress or low energy. Some fear it means something is wrong with their heart or their memory. But what's really happening is far simpler. Your nervous system is starving for grounding signals. It is waiting for physical cues that say, you can relax now. You are safe. Here's the science. When estrogen drops, your skin's sensitivity changes. Circulation slows. Cortisol, your body's stress hormone, stays active longer. And the nerves that tell your brain to relax become less responsive unless they are stimulated physically. Not intensely, not forcefully, just gently. Without that gentle stimulation, your system remains stuck in a low-level, constant state of readiness. It's not dangerous, but it is exhausting. And because it happens gradually, most women accept it as normal aging when in reality it is a biological need going unmet. The most fascinating part is this. Studies show that soothing touch on the chest, arms, and abdomen can reduce cortisol, calm the vagus nerve, stabilize your heart rate, and warm your skin in under 90 seconds. Your body is literally wired to respond to touch. And when touch is missing, your biology compensates by tightening, bracing, and overworking. That is why you feel older than you actually are. That is why sleep becomes shallow. That is why minor stress suddenly feels heavier. That is why your body sometimes feels foreign, as if you're not fully living inside it anymore. But here is the good news. This pattern is reversible, and it doesn't require medication, expensive treatments, or rigid routines. All your body needs is the right type of intentional touch, given consistently, even for just 2 or 3 minutes a day. And in the next part, I will show you exactly how to do it. The specific technique, the areas of your body that respond the fastest, and the reason so many women experience relief within days, not months. Now that you understand why your body has been feeling tense, restless, or strangely disconnected, let me show you the exact type of touch your system has been missing. This is not massage. It is not deep pressure. It is not anything that requires equipment or another person. It is a gentle, intentional method of stimulating the calming nerves underneath your skin. These nerves grow quieter with age, which is why this type of touch becomes more powerful, not less, after 60. Think of your nervous system as a house that once had warm lamps glowing in every room. Over the years, those lights dimmed one by one. This simple touch is like turning them back on slowly, room by room, until warmth flows through the entire house again. Let's begin with the first step. Place your hand on the upper part of your chest, right between your collarbones. Not pressing, not rubbing, just resting it there with a gentle, grounding weight. This area contains receptors that directly communicate with the part of your brain responsible for calmness. Within seconds, your shoulders may relax slightly on their own. Your breath may deepen without effort. This is your body remembering a signal it has not felt enough in years. Next, glide your hand slowly down the outside of your arm toward your elbow. This step is simple, but it matters. The skin along your arms has a dense network of sensory nerves that help regulate body temperature and emotional tension. When estrogen declines, these nerves become less active. Gentle, slow contact helps reawaken them. Many women notice their fingertips warming almost immediately. Now move your hand to your stomach. This is the core of your nervous system's emotional response. Your digestion, your breathing, and your stress levels all connect here. Place your palm gently across your abdomen and breathe slowly. If you make small circular motions even softer than you would when soothing a child, it activates the vagus nerve, the pathway your body uses to switch from tension to restoration. When this nerve relaxes, your entire system begins to reset. Finally, rest both hands on the sides of your neck, not squeezing, just holding with the weight of your hands alone. The neck stores more tension than any other part of your body, especially for women who constantly push through responsibilities, worries, or loss. The muscles here respond instantly to warmth and stillness. When you do this, your throat loosens, your jaw softens, and the tightness behind your breastbone begins to fade. This entire sequence takes less than 3 minutes, yet its effect can last for hours. Do it when you wake up before bed, or whenever you feel your breath tightening or your thoughts speeding up. You don't need to be emotional. You don't need to analyze anything. This is not about feelings. It is about biology. It is about giving your nervous system the physical reassurance it no longer receives naturally. Here is what many women notice after just a few days of practicing this simple touch. Their sleep deepens. They fall asleep faster. Their stomach feels more settled. Their shoulders stay relaxed longer. Their hands warm up. Their chest feels lighter. And perhaps most importantly, they feel more present in their own bodies instead of existing only in their thoughts. This isn't magic. It is simply responding to the needs your body developed with age needs that no one ever taught you how to meet. And once you begin giving your nervous system what it has been missing, the changes can feel almost immediate. But to truly understand how life-changing this can be, you need to hear the story of a woman who discovered this practice at her lowest moment and found comfort she didn't realize she had been missing for decades. A few years ago, I met a woman named Carol, a 73-year-old retired teacher from Arizona. She walked into my office with a calm smile, the kind women wear when they've spent a lifetime taking care of everyone else. But the moment she sat down, I noticed the signs her body couldn't hide. Her shoulders were tight. Her breath barely moved her ribcage. Her hands trembled slightly, not from illness, but from years of carrying tension without relief. She told me she felt like she was fading inside herself. She couldn't explain it clearly. She wasn't depressed. She wasn't sick. She simply felt absent, as if she were living her life from the outside, not inside her own body. Her sleep was broken. Her chest felt heavy in the evenings. And she said something that made my heart ache. She said, "I feel like I'm never really resting, even when I'm lying still." Her tests were normal. Her heart was healthy. Her memory was strong. Her hormones were exactly where they should be at her age. So I asked her something most doctors never ask. "When was the last time someone touched you gently?" She froze. Her eyes filled instantly, and she whispered, "I don't remember." Then I asked another question. "When was the last time you touched yourself gently, not scratching, not washing, not rushing, but simply placing your hand on your chest or your neck and letting yourself breathe?" She laughed softly, embarrassed, and said, "Never." Why would I do that? Right there in that tiny sentence, I heard the truth so many women after 60 share without realizing it. They have spent decades giving comfort to everyone but themselves. They hug others. They soothe others. They reassure others. But when life becomes quieter, when children grow up, when partners age or pass away, they never learn to give that same comfort back to their own bodies. So I taught Carol the same simple method I taught you. Hand on the chest, gentle touch down the arm, warm pressure on the stomach, hands resting lightly on the neck. 3 minutes a day. Not as a ritual, not as a chore, but as a quiet act of coming home to herself. She didn't believe it would help. Many women don't at first. It seems too soft, too quiet, too simple to matter. But she promised to try. 2 weeks later, she returned, and I saw the change before she even spoke. Her shoulders sat lower. Her eyes looked brighter. Her breathing reached deeper into her chest. She moved with a steadiness she did not have before. She told me she slept through the night for the first time in months. The heaviness in her chest eased. Her hands felt warmer. She no longer woke up feeling tense before the day even began. But what she told me next is the part I want every woman to hear. She said, "I didn't know my body missed me." Those words stayed with me. They perfectly describe what happens to so many women after 60. Their bodies miss them, miss their attention, miss their gentleness, miss their presence, miss the calming reassurance that used to exist naturally through everyday touch. This simple practice didn't just relax Carol's muscles, it reconnected her with herself. It softened the constant background tension her nervous system had carried for years. It warmed her circulation, calmed her breathing, and gave her something she thought she had lost forever: a sense of belonging inside her own body. And here is the most beautiful part. She wasn't unique. Women from every state, every background, every lifestyle tell me the same thing. Once they begin giving themselves the kind of supportive touch their bodies have been missing, they feel lighter, calmer, clearer, and more alive. Now that you understand the power of this, let me bring everything together and show you how to use this practice to support not just your mood and sleep, but your long-term well-being. If there is one truth I want you to carry with you after today, it is this. Your body is not asking for anything complicated. It is not failing. It is not aging faster than it should. It has simply been waiting for something gentle, something human, something deeply natural that life stopped giving you without warning. Your body has been waiting for your touch. For decades, you poured your care into everyone around you. You comforted children. You supported partners. You held friends through hard times. You showed up with presence, warmth, and compassion. And somewhere along the way, without noticing, the same care stopped coming back to you. Not because you didn't deserve it, but because life shifted into a quieter season. Now you understand why your shoulders stayed tense even when you tried to relax, why your chest felt heavy at night, why your sleep grew lighter, why your hands felt cold, why your mood shifted quickly. These were not random symptoms. They were signs your nervous system had been working overtime without the physical reassurance it once received every day. The good news is that this story can change starting today. You now know the simple touch that helps your body reset. A hand on your chest to quiet your stress. A slow motion down your arms to warm your circulation. A gentle touch on your stomach to calm your core. Hands resting on your neck to release years of hidden tension. These small moments are not indulgence. They are essential support for the part of your body most affected by aging your nervous system. Just a few minutes a day can help you sleep deeper, breathe easier, move with more ease, and feel more present in your own skin. You deserve that calm. You deserve that comfort. You deserve to return to yourself. If this message touched you or opened your eyes to something you never considered before, tell me in the comments where you are watching from. Women across America, Canada, the UK, Australia, and around the world gather here. And your story might help someone else feel understood. And if you want more natural science-based guidance for women over 60, I invite you to subscribe so you never miss a new video. There is so much more I want to share with you. And before we close, let me remind you this video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice. Every woman's body is unique. If you are experiencing pain, major changes, or concerns, please speak with your healthcare provider. Your well-being deserves personalized care.